could you be hiding? Hello, dear. Are you alright? I see. So we're just sitting on the floor, back against the bed, knees hugged against our chest for the fun of it. I'll give it a shot. No, I'm not really getting the excitement. Perhaps you'd like to be honest with me instead. It wasn't even a good effort. That's all right. I'm not any less impressed with you, just because you can't lie very well. Besides, no matter how convincing your tone, all it takes is one look. What happened? You seemed fine earlier today. It's not stupid. You're upset. And I would like to know the reason, so I can help, or try to. Well, even if it is childish, it's not something you're controlling. We don't choose to get upset. You're flinching. It's not. The storm, is it? It is, isn't it? Now why ever would that be stupid? Plenty of people are adverse to storms. And it's not even necessarily the storm itself. Sudden, loud rumbles of thunder, out of nowhere, can shock, surprise someone, trigger them if there's someone who has trauma around sudden, loud noises, even if it's not specific to thunder. If you're someone who survived through some horrible storm, hurricane, tornado, flood, and you've seen lightning strike something, a tree fall and crush something, it can be frightening. And quite damaging to your fragile little mortal bodies. And even if you think you have no reason at all to be afraid, that it's not making you think of any horrible event or trauma. There's plenty of people who get anxious around storms. Well, perhaps more children than adults, but certainly more adults than just you. You know, for a time when I was a child, I was anxious about storms. No, I'm not just saying that to make you feel better. I was young, small, and the world was so big. And loud sounds rumbling from the sky, not knowing where they were coming from. And, well, you know, sometimes I knew exactly where they were coming from. Not that I would ever say I was scared of Thor. But, well, let's just say our parents sure had a handful at a toddler that didn't know how to control his lightning and thunder powers yet. I suppose I wasn't around to see the worst of it, younger as I am. But I do remember some awful tantrums, as all children throw, but not all children throwing tantrums can also make a storm spontaneously crash through your bedroom ceiling. Fearing that when he was having a tantrum that lightning could strike any of my dear belongings made one a little fearful. He soon controlled it, and you've nothing to fear from him now. In fact, for a time it seems he almost forgot he had such powers. He was relying on that hammer. We're gods. Magic, whatever kind we have, is innate in our blood, souls, perhaps. And sometimes, if I'd snuck off and was doing something I wasn't supposed to, that rumbling of thunder would make me worry that I was about to get caught. Perhaps sometimes, when there is a natural storm, I do wonder for a second, just a flash of being approached and cornered, told off. Didn't I realize Mother was worried sick? I should have been home hours ago. Meanwhile, I'd found some forbidden tome I wasn't supposed to be reading and gotten thoroughly distracted. But if every time you hear a roll of thunder, you imagine a little toddler Thor, angry that he has to eat his vegetables, being the one that's causing the storm, well, perhaps it might be a little less scary. It's a silly thing to imagine, no? come here. I can cast a silencing charm on the room if you want. You won't be able to hear anything from outside these four walls. You'll still be able to see it out the window if you wish, if I can draw the curtains. But it can't hurt you. Besides, if Thor had any control of it, he wouldn't let it hurt you. Well, I suppose he'll be fond of anyone that keeps me in line. No. He cares about you. As do I. And you're not stupid for being afraid. Fear is what's kept people of all kinds alive all this time. Without it, you'd run head first into a bolt of lightning, no fear, and oops. Or run straight out of your little cave into the dark. All sorts of creatures waiting to pounce. I'm sure historically for humanity, being afraid of storms was very necessary. A learned fear, so that you didn't get hurt. And while there may be no need for it now, safe in our houses as we are, it's sadly not something you can just wish away. If you ever want to try exposure therapy, I'm sure Thor would give a demonstration. But you're also free to come and hide with me anytime there's a storm. Oh, I know all of the best hiding spots. And like I said, I can cast a silencing charm anytime you wish. But you're in here. We're warm. We're safe. You don't touch us, or the house, the tower. It'll pass. You're so brave. I mean it. Not just because of this. For everything. You can stay nestled up to me as long as you like. I'll hardly complain. No, I do think we might be comfier elsewhere. Alright then. I'll stay down here as long as you need. Thank you all so much for watching, my lovelies. A reminder that custom audio and art commissions are currently open. Make sure you read my rules and message me to discuss your idea before ordering a commission. Links are in the description as always. I also have a Patreon. If everyone who subscribed to me here gave just £1 a month over there, that would help me out a lot, allow me to move out and keep making audios. Rewards of being a patron of mine include access to my Discord, ad-free streaming and downloads of my audios, the ability to leave audio requests, and 2 exclusive spicy audios a month depending on the tier. I also stream on Twitch most Mondays, Wednesdays, and sometimes other days of the week. And I have an Etsy shop called Empty Masks where I sell fan art and original art. My Etsy shop also has stickers and other merch of my original audio characters under the The Vampire Prince section of my shop. Thank you so much to my new and returning patrons from last month. My new fledglings: Hachi, Oman, Zolkova Salts, Edward, AbbyCats16, Skylar Sheridan, Charlie Mandrot, Icor111, L, Shub, Musa, Salamanders Are Cool, Oz, Sign My SP, Peachy Pup, Yaxits Connor, Simple, Antisocial Corpse, Casey Williams, Akari, Izzy T, Angel Face, Cow Ann, Cryptid Lux, Andy, Jops, Sam Was Here, Iris Hope, Rebecca Seeker, Hi, Bingus Boy, London, Witchy Dude 23, Gretchen Ellsworth, Alan24, No, Danis, Albert Plague Doc, Kristen Jameson, Hevrana, Oops, Sleepy Doodle, Rebs, Batwinged Ghoul, Rob, Wolf Girl, Kaino, Cian Cleric, Violet Waipuki, The Googly Eyed Tarot PDX, Nat Nat, Crystal Hedgehog 1, Matroshka Doll, Carper Nocturne, Mockingbird, Cheerio00, Mortif, Tori, JM, Sweetie, Bellius Cook, Smechi, Bite Me, Rose, Mulligan, Kalida Fiesta, Dented Tester 36, Lilac Sloth, Frogs, Lux, Shawnee Riddle, Quibble, Raven Nerd 23, Moonrats, Rhiannon Slorak, Whisper, Elmo El Sensual, and Dordley. And my new familiars: Faith, EK, Chrissy, and Maxine Brannock.